Hey you guys, what's up? It's Christian and Corey from Super Comic Guru 9000, and we're about to step into the Naruto manga chapter review of 655. So, Obito still likes Rin, a big shocker, and Minato and Kakashi get their chance at Talk no Jutsu. So for some reason, the chapter starts off with Sasuke running at Obito to kill him, like he didn't just see everything that happened, because their chakras were all connected, and they all got to go into that weird space in that white room and see Obito and Naruto talk. But, you know, I think that's kind of, we were discussing that, and that's kind of Sasuke placating to his fans. Just, Sasuke's got to still be a little evil. He can't be cool now. You know, he can't be not killing people and shit. So that happens, but then, bam, Kakashi ends up warping in. Apparently he could just do that now. We were always kind of wondering, we're like, can Kakashi warp back? Is Obito going to have to go get him? Like, what's going to happen? But apparently he was just waiting for his chance to get back into the battle, and pretty much comes right in. He's like, wait, Sasuke, I'm going to shank him instead. But then Minato steps in and says, wait, no one's going to shake him.
Is in the very first page of this week's chapter, we get to see that all of the Bijou are finally been released, and they actually get to hang out with Naruto for just a bit, and they're all really happy that they were actually escaped and everything. But what's cool about this is that Shukaku is there, and he even gets to comment about something about Naruto, but he doesn't really get to go anywhere with it, and that's a shame because this is the first time that Shukaku and Naruto have sort of interacted with each other since the first time that they were punching each other in the face in the first half of the series. And unfortunately, that's all the Bijou you get from this week.
Yeah, sort of a missed opportunity. I think that there could have been, you know, we could have at least had a few more pages than them, like, talking to Naruto. But they're like, fuck it, right back to the action. So this is where the real meat of the chapter comes in, when Kakashi and Obito are talking. And obviously there's a lot of symbolism, because they're comparing their eyes and seeing like, well, how come you can see in the dark and I can't, and all I see is darkness? And, you know, there's definitely some deeper meanings here. But to me, this is a lot of the same Talk no Jutsu we've seen over and over again, but from new characters' perspectives. So I guess if you care that Obito and Kakashi and Minato are finally having their reunion, this sort of part of the chapter could mean a lot to you. But to me, I was just like, get to the Madara stuff. Come on, we're about to get there. And they don't even show Madara in this chapter. They hint at him, but maybe they're saving that. And you know what? Madara has been one of the biggest villains in the series since its conception. I mean, he's one of the characters at the Valley of the End. Is where, you know, like, just so much has been built up around that character. They're not going to cheapen him by just skipping to that fight.
No, they're definitely going to save Madara for his own chapter. He's going to be able to do his own thing. One of the other really important things, though, about the Kakashi and Obito conversation is that Obito asks Kakashi a very important question, which is, how come we both have the same eyes, but we both went down these completely different paths? You went down the light, I went down the dark. Well, Kakashi explains, well, it's quite simple, my friend. You see, you fell down a really dark, decrepit hole and met this ancient Uchiha guy who's connected to this giant monster tree who wanted to take over the world, and because of that, you ended up having this giant plant creature wrapped around your entire body, which had this fascination with poop, and because of that, you are now the main villain of the series, and you didn't get to hang out with us in Konoha and have ramen and have lots of fun, wacky adventures. The conversation between Kakashi and Obito is really important to the chapter, because really, they're sort of like squashing their shit, they're reconciling their differences, and they're sort of like explaining everything outright. And, you know, it's all the power of friendship. You know, it's stuff that we've learned over the last couple of months. You know, it's been pounded into our heads for Naruto, but that really is one of the main themes of this week's episode. And honestly, it is just nice to have, like, the reunion between that team of Minato, Kakashi, and frickin' Obito. It's nice.
I mean, at the end of the day, that is a huge thing in this chapter. That is, we're seeing those characters interact for the first time after all their traumatic stuff they've gone through. So now we come to the end of the chapter, which has Naruto running up the giant tree, building up a Rasen Shuriken, and we see Commissioner Gordon come in and put his hand on Minato's shoulder with no arm, and there's dog units coming, and guys have flashlights, and immediately Commissioner Gordon just goes into the fact that this is the hero we need, not the one we want. But in all seriousness, I actually really like the last panel of this chapter because, like we said earlier, the power of friendship is something that is getting, you know, like pushed into our face all the time. And the reason this last panel was so cool is everyone is following Naruto, which is really the core of what Kakashi was telling Obito. Like, Naruto may stumble, but at the end of the day, he has the ultimate shonen power, which is building friends everywhere he goes. And no matter if he stumbles, people will help him up, and his plan cannot fail because he has the support of everyone. And you just see that glimmering light on the top of the plant, and all those footsteps falling over to help Naruto defeat Madara. And honestly, this last panel was really, I hate this word sometimes, but epic. It was cool, and it got me pumped to read Naruto next week. So I know we were talking a little bit of shit about this chapter, but like, it really got me excited on that last panel. Like, I was like, yes, I get to review this today once I saw that last one, you know? But, in all honesty, 8 out of 10 for me.
I'm not gushing over it as much as you are.
I am.
I definitely thought it was a decent chapter. It had a lot of moments. Like you said, that final panel was pretty fantastic. It was a very powerful image. It really speaks a lot for the series, how that one image can say a lot about the main character and how charismatic he really is. That's why everybody wants to follow Naruto. They see something in him. And in a sense, because of that, they see something inside of themselves, which is super, super cheesy. But still, I liked a lot of the bits here. I liked the beginning with the Bijou. I wish they could have done more with them. Sasuke deciding he's going to just kill Obito. That is a little strange because, like you said, they were all connected and they should have, basically be able to understand each other at this point. But still, there's a big, fat elephant in this room. And his name is Madara Uchiha. And I cannot wait to see what he's going to be doing. And, we may not be able to figure out what that is for some time because at the end of this week's chapter, they say they are going to be going on break until issue number 1 of Shonen Jump. And if that means anything, that means we're probably not going to see any Naruto, or at least any new Naruto, for the rest of the year, or at least for
November,
a while.
though.
It is November, and that's what's kind of strange because we may not have any new Naruto chapters till the end of the year. This is not official. I don't know the official return of the series. I just know that it is definitely going to be on break very soon. I just don't know when that's going to be. But it sucks that they have to go on break now. But on the upside, they're done with the Obito stuff.
It's gone.
It's done. And, the thing about Obito is you either love him or you hate him. You think he's a good villain or a bad villain. You know what? I think he's a good villain because he's a villain you can sympathize with.
It's tragic.
And I think that's an important aspect for a lot of villains to have. It allows you to actually care about them a little bit more, aside from the fact that they're just, I want to take over the world! Because I'm evil!
I'm evil!
Exactly.
Of course! Sorry.
Exactly. And Bison agrees.
Yes.
But, that's just the way I feel about it. I have nothing against Obito. I thought he was a pretty cool villain. This is probably the end of his story at this point. I can't wait to see what Madara is going to do. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, there's a reason they didn't show him. The reason is they're probably drawing some epic motherfucking panels. That's why they're going to take a break. Maybe for the end of the year, because they got some really awesome panels. Because if there is a powerful character out there, it's Madara. And he's not going to just go down like a bitch. I do not see Madara going down with Talk No Jutsu. I just don't. Maybe
I don't know.
At the very, very
I don't
end.
know. It's hard to say, and the only reason is because Naruto is Talk No Jutsu to almost every single villain. Even Orochimaru, even though he wasn't Talk No Jutsu or anything, ever since he was revived, he's sort of been not so evil. He's still a creepy motherfucker, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I agree with you though. I don't see him being Talk No Jutsu. He just seems like he's way too up his own Uchiha ass about everything. And I don't know. It'll be interesting if he can be Talk No Jutsu though, because I cannot wait to see him admit all of the bullshit that he's been doing. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I think he's way too headstrong of a character. And let's face it, he's already dead. Let's just get rid of him.
Okay.
Even though he's an awesome, badass villain.
He is. We're not... Anyway, Corey, what are the other videos you've been working on this week that some of the other people could check out?
I've been working on a ton of really cool anime reviews. Let's just start from the beginning. I've been working on One Piece that comes out on Sundays. Right now, they are ramping up at the very end of the Punk Hazard arc, which is really, really exciting.
Do you read the manga?
I do not read the manga. A lot of people always tend to ask that when I review the anime, probably because I'm always like, what the hell's going on? But that's why I like watching the anime series so much. Check those ones out. They're really fun.
Gundam Build Fighter?
Gundam Build Fighters. That's another one that just started. It's the brand new Gundam anime series, a series that I thought I was going to freaking loathe, but I actually really love it. It's really, really fun and hilarious for Gundam fans. I'm also doing the Hunter x Hunter anime series, which is the best shonen anime series I've seen in years. Check it out if you have not had a chance. They're at episode 104 right now. It's at the best arc I've seen in the series, and it's just dark as hell. That's the only thing I can explain. Of course, I'm doing Naruto Shippuden, the ongoing Naruto anime series. And I'm also doing Kill La Kill, the second coming of Gurren Lagann, one of the craziest shows of the year.
It's my favorite show this season, I think.
That with Attack on Titan is definitely my favorite shows of the year. I mean, they're mind-blowing. They're just crazy and hilarious, and it's just anime for the sake of anime.
I want to bring up one other tangent before we let everyone go this week. I think Sawyer brought up a point in the end of his video is what is your favorite, or actually he was talking about Naruto seems to have been sucking lately with all the Talk No Jutsu, and he thinks that it's because Attack on Titan was so good, people are expecting more from their anime and manga now.
You know, that's an interesting point, but that's the way it's been since, like, the history of anime. Like, there's always been, you know, and I'm not trying to say that Naruto's a bad anime, but it's like, go back to, like, the early 90s. Mm-hmm. You know, let's say 1997, 98.
Okay.
You could watch either Dragon Ball Z, which is pretty lowbrow, or you could watch fucking Cowboy Bebop. You can't compare the two. They're two completely different types of shows. Attack on Titan is nothing like Naruto. They're two completely different types of anime. It's
the like urgency and the realism and the drama.
Not to mention the genres are they're completely different, you know. I mean,
like Madara could kill every one of the Titans on accident.
Well, yeah. Well, now we're getting into crossover.
Well, okay. Well, the point is that they're different. They're just different. The whole feel of the show is just completely different.
Yeah, and that's why it's good that we have such a wide variety of anime. It allows us to, you know, see all these different things. That's why I get to watch Gundam Build Fighters. It's a mecha show. And then when I'm done, I get to watch a badass dark shonen series like Hunter x Hunter. And then I got Kill la Kill, which is apparently created its own fucking genre. I can't even explain what it is.
Kill la Kill is probably my favorite per episode entertainment value show. Like, you can watch almost any episode, not every episode, but almost every episode, and be like, whoa, and your like heart's beating after you're done watching it. It's just like, it ramps you up. Well, anyway, you guys, before we go on any more tangents, we just want to say thank you so much for watching. We always appreciate making these, and we have fun interacting with you guys. So please make sure and give us a thumbs up. We always appreciate it. Best way to support. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And until next time, Super Kami Guru 9000 out.
Just try something different.
That's fine. Like,
you know, he sugarcoats it a little more as to not, you know, crush Obito's, you know,
stuff. What are we talking about? Obito's, you know, we're reviewers, Corey. We can't just say, you know.
I don't even know, man.
Okay.